In this video, you'll discover 5 reasons as to why you're not losing weight while on the ketogenic diet. Hi ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Zarowski and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, it's a pleasure to have you here. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification, and join our notification community so I can help you excel your health and your life. In this video, we're talking about 5 reasons why you're not losing weight on keto. Now, this is a conversation that's happening a lot in our comment section below. And so basically, I want to bring it to the forefront so I can help you start losing weight on the ketogenic diet. Let's jump right into this and talk about meal frequency. Okay, so if you're someone who is, first of all, starting the ketogenic diet, or if you're someone who's been keto adapted for a while and stalled, then basically what we have to look at is maybe you're just eating too often. And so what we can do is we can actually start implementing intermittent fasting. Now, intermittent fasting is going to be powerful. You can start with 2 meals a day, and you even can go down to 1 meal a day. And so if you're someone who's just not losing weight, regardless of how good you're following the ketogenic diet, start implementing intermittent fasting, go down to 2 meals a day or just 1 meal a day. And that's going to be really powerful, and I'm sure that it'll actually kickstart that weight loss. Next is too much fat. So basically, I've explained this before, whereas if you're following the ketogenic diet, once you're keto adapted, then what happens, you'll actually start burning fat more efficiently. So what happens, and this is why it's confusing, is that when you're on the ketogenic diet, you're supposed to be eating a lot of fat. But when you are fat adapted, you'll start burning all that dietary fat that you're consuming and not the fat on your body. So basically, when we look at the ketogenic diet, we want to actually cut back on fat once we are adapted. And the other thing too is that when we look at other macros, we want to make sure that we are not getting too much protein, because that can turn the sugar in our body and actually start kind of throwing us out of ketosis. And we also want to make sure that we are not consuming too many carbs. So basically, too much fat is the common thing that people mess up, just because they're trying to throw in more and more fat, thinking it's going to help them in ketosis. But the problem is that your body will just keep burning that and not the body fat. And we want to switch to body fat. So cut down on the fat and you should start seeing some good results. Next thing here is too little physical activity. This is a big problem. A lot of people will work office jobs, desk jobs, and they just don't have a lot of physical activity in their life. So increasing physical activity is not only going to boost good hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, but it also is going to really skyrocket fat burning. Now, what I recommend typically for people who are doing the ketogenic diet, and if you follow me on Instagram, you see me talk about this all the time, is doing high intensity interval training. It's very high intensity workouts done in a short duration. So it might only be done in 20 minutes, but it's very high intensity. So really what it does is it burns through any glycogen stores you have, and it really pushes fat burning. So anyway, increasing your physical activity and also doing high intensity interval training, not even necessarily every day, but every other day, is really going to skyrocket fat burning. So make sure that you throw that in, and I'll put a link in the description below to a video that I did on that, and I'll put links to any other resources that pertain to this video in the description below here. Next here is sleep and stress. Now, these two kind of go together. When we look at stress, it typically turns into a lack of sleep if it spirals out of control. But what really happens here is it causes hormone imbalance, and it skyrockets this hormone called cortisol. When you have an increase in cortisol in the body, essentially what happens is it actually blocks and blunts the fat burning. And so anyway, what we want to do is make sure that we're decreasing stress, we're getting adequate sleep, and then that way we're going to decrease cortisol in the body, and it's going to allow us to actually burn that fat and get the results that we're looking for. And once again, I did a video on some different herbs you can use to decrease cortisol. So some people have a lot of stress in their life and they're looking to do something above and beyond. I'll put that in the description below as well. And then of course, health conditions. Okay, so if you're someone who has thyroid issues, if you have hyperinsulinemia, if you have PCOS, if you have depression, if you have different health issues going on, these can actually slow down the weight loss. Okay, so the big thing is that we have to be persistent here. And the other thing is that you have to be patient, because they can slow down this whole process and you just might take a lot longer to get results. But here's the deal, is that from the day one when you start the ketogenic diet and you start living a healthy lifestyle, good changes are occurring in your body. You're going to decrease inflammation, you're going to start the process of healing within your body. And the good news is that process has started. So regardless of the fact that you're not losing weight, the healing process is started. Now typically on the ketogenic diet, PCOS starts to reverse. Hyperinsulinemia starts to reverse. So a lot of great things are happening and a lot of great changes are still occurring, maybe just not weight loss. Now remember, if your body is in an unhealthy position and if you're overweight, it didn't happen overnight. So be sure to make sure that you're giving the ketogenic diet and healthy living strategies the option and chance to actually go in and make a change in your body. I always say that even though you're not losing weight, there's still good things happening from day one. So always be aware of that, and there's changes occurring in your body. Just be patient with it. Just let them ride out and offer you those long-term benefits they have to give. Now, be sure that if you're not losing weight on keto and someone else you know isn't as well, be sure to share this video. Give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section here below. And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. Check out my other videos on how you can improve your health. I'll see you in the next video.